Rough. It's rough. It ain't easy. You know that. Sister Mary, you drive that big old bus, right? You got to focus, don't you? You ain't got to just drive for you. You got to drive for everybody. Because fools like me or somebody else jump in front of you, on the side of you. They ignore the signs. And they realize you big and long, but they don't care, right? Most of them ignore you. So you have to focus on what's ahead, what's on the side, and what's behind, and what's inside, right? Anything that distracts you can cause some detrimental damage or even death, right? Huh? Don't we realize it's the same for every last one of us? When you're driving in a car, it's the same thing. Am I right? When you're riding with somebody, it's the same thing, right? Somebody might tell you, oh, you can go ahead, but if you're not watching, they could cause you and themselves to get hurt, right? Yes. Or me, myself, not saying, help me watch over there, help me look back over there. With your helper, they can help you to back up, right? Yes. Or see around that corner where those cars are parked on that corner. If you see something coming, let me know, right? Yes. And if they're good help, they help, right? In your life, we need helpers. In your life, we need to focus spiritually, naturally, right? Focusing is important. How many of you in school have to take an eye test? Why? Cause what? So you can see or you can't see? You can't see? Oh, you can see. But to make sure you can see, right? So if I can't see, what do they tell me? I need glasses. How many of us need some spiritual glasses? Because we're not seeing too well. Because the focus is so blurred. That's why we call on God. Lord, help make me see what you're trying to tell me, what I can't see. Show me the way. Make sense? Yes. Don't we need God to show us? Because we don't see it like God see it. Am I right? Yeah. How many of you children don't see it like your parents see it or grandparents? Huh? Because, see, we've been there and done that, right? Yeah, and sometimes us parents and grandparents don't see it the children's way because we don't get where they at here or here. So we got to what? Find out. We got to help them focus. Didn't somebody help us focus? Yes. Still helping us focus? Yes. All right. So when you look at this in Philippians, the 20th chapter, my God shall supply all your need according to his, now this is plural, riches. Riches and glory. What is he saying here? He's got a suppository or a treasure of power for everything you need help with. Isn't that a great thing? Yes. Have you ever had God to help you with something that you couldn't do? Yes. Has he successfully done it? Yes. Has he ever failed? No. Has he ever changed on you? No. How many of us have changed on him? And so we have to realize that all his riches that he got for us, glory means power. Glory means power. God has all power in heaven and in earth. How many of you know that? Yes. God has all power in heaven and in earth. What he settles in heaven is settled in earth. Did you know that? So God is not limited. We are. Right? Yes. And if we need to understand one thing, Be sure that you and I learn how to trust God. Be sure we learn how to trust God. We trust people sometimes, don't we? Yeah. How many times have they let us down? More than you can ask, a number, count, a lot of times? Not everybody, but quite a few, right? When you think they should be there for you, have they ever failed you? Huh? Has God ever failed you? All right. So we just got through with Philippians, the 4th chapter, verse 19. You don't have to turn to it because we're going back to Daniel, the 10th chapter. We're going to focus again on question number 8, Daniel 10th chapter, question number 8. We realized from last week's lesson of the continuation of this, Daniel became pretty weak, didn't he? Yes. Even spiritually and naturally so, he was shaken. We know that our faith is going to be tried. We know our faith can be shaken, right? Yes. We know, in other words, that trusting in God's word, we're going to be put to the test. The moment God sent his messenger, his word, he saw Daniel's heart, did he? And he told him that he saw his heart and that he was greatly beloved, right? So back to the 10th chapter, verse 7. Let's start at, verse 7. I want to just go over it again. Daniel, the 10th chapter, verse 7. Daniel, the 10th chapter, verse 7. I'll read it until you catch up with it, okay? And Daniel, alone saw the vision. God's got something just for you. Every last one of us, whether we young or old, God's got something just for you that he want to show you, that he want to teach you, how he want to direct you. Whether you young or old, God can talk to you. Hello? And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision. For the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. So you know he sure enough was alone, wasn't he? They feeling the earth quaking around them. Wouldn't that be scary? How many of you would run and just not stay there? How many of us would run? Say, what's going on? Let me get away from this spot at least. Let me go find some place to get some safety. But they not realizing who it was. It was for Daniel. It's for you. Sometime he got to shake your world up. Anybody of our world's been shaken? And we only felt it? We only saw what was going on? Mm-hmm. But at this point, only Daniel saw it. Nobody saw the vision. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. He shakes every last one of us that's on earth to let us know that we cannot support our own selves. Am I right? Yes. And how true is that? How many of us finding out we can't support ourselves without God's help? We can't make it without God's help. We try and we think we can. Am I right? Yes. Especially the younger you are, you seem like you got the I know it's. Haven't we been there? I know. We find out we really don't know what we think we know. Am I right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The scripture reads, as when I was a child, I spake.
That's right.
As a child.
That's right.
But when I become an adult,
the
Bible says I'm to put away my childlike.
That's right.
Attitudes, dispositions, actions,
yeah,
ways. We to put them away.
That's right.
Act like a child.
That's right.
any longer.
Yes, that's so true. We need to grow up. Have anybody ever told you, grow up? Stop acting like a child. How many of us have temper tantrums even as adults? Grow up! Stop acting like a child. Mature yourself. Right?
Yes.
It can't have it your way all the time. Haven't we learned that? We need to, right? So in Daniel 10th chapter, verse 7, he said, you want me to go ahead, sweet, or you? Huh? Okay. He said, and I, Daniel alone, saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision. But a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone, and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me. How many of you felt like you just can't make it? How many have you ever felt that feeling? That you just don't. Yeah, but you just don't know which way to turn. Everything seems like it ain't going right for you. Anybody ever felt like that? Children? Any of you felt like that? God is dealing with you and I to show us that we must turn to Him. We must trust in Him. He's got a better way. God's way is always tell somebody better. So stop having your tantrums. It is always better. But our flesh want to have its way. It don't want to submit. Am I right? Yes. How many of us keep running into brick walls because we don't submit ourselves to the Lord?
And the Bible also tells us, if I resist the devil, he'll flee.
Absolutely.
And I got to keep it known, Satan, I don't want to hear you. I resist you. I cannot continue to want to have my way, because that's the devil that continually comes to us.
Absolutely.
The devil is a bully.
He is.
He keeps jabbing us in our ears.
Yeah.
Do it. Say it.
Absolutely.
Act this way.
Took
Don't
the
lie,
words
don't
out of my
listen.
mouth.
Run away. Do this. Do that.
That's right.
how the devil bully lies.
Absolutely.
Even as the saints and the people of God.
Absolutely.
It's not just the young people that they may feel like they're getting picked at. No,
Yeah.
you're not.
No.
No, you're not. We only adult children is who we are.
No, he calls us
It
children.
starts with listening.
Yeah.
When
Always.
I choose to listen, there's two voices. Always. God speaks real smooth, real sweet, real loving. The devil bullies us.
Absolutely.
He forces us to do wrong things. Think evil, speak evil, be nasty,
Yeah.
be cruel,
Yeah.
be a bully. All these things come from the devil. Steal, lie,
Absolutely.
cheat. All that comes from the devil. Puff out your lip. Show
Absolutely.
them you're angry.
Yep.
They're still throwing a tantrum.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Say something back.
Yep.
Disrupt the church service. Disrupt your classroom. Disrupt
Right.
your home. That's what the devil's telling us to do.
Absolutely.
That's not God. Because God didn't say a mumbling word.
That's right.
So that's the perfect answer that the Bible gives me and all of us. Resist the devil and he will flee. It's a promise.
Right.
But we have a test and a trial.
Absolutely.
We must go through.
Absolutely.
We're tested. We're tried.
Yep.
But if I resist him, the next time I can do better. I might mess up again, but I have to say, the first time I did it, it did help me.
Right.
Why don't I try God's way this time? Don't keep trying the devil's way.
Right.
So this is how we can learn how to resist. But sometimes you got to say it out of your mouth.
Sure.
No, I'm not doing it. No. I must obey my parents. I must obey God's word. That's the only thing that happens. And you feel that anger spirit go down. You feel it when it come up. And that's what makes us stick out our lips and poke out our
Absolutely.
through your neck and all that, like Brother Logan says.
Yeah.
You know, roll your eyes and slamming stuff and slamming doors. That's the outward.
That's
The
right.
devil raises himself up and it's like a tea kettle going on.
Makes a lot of noise.
And then
Very
we come
much
out
so.
and we act so unseemly and so ugly. We sound off. That's what the devil says. And then he always want a buddy.
That's right.
Yeah. Because Papa White said, when the wife says a two for one special, he always involves somebody else.